Hi everybody, how are you today? And welcome back to the series Being a Montessori Parent. I was recently observing myself as I was misbehaving. Yes, don't be surprised, adults misbehave too. We adults misbehave many times. It's just that we don't notice it. So, coming back to the point, as I observed myself through my own misbehavior, I stopped to question what is the name of that feeling that I feel right now underneath this misbehavior. And I realized it was anger. Somebody had said something that I did not want to hear, and that had helped me create anger within myself. So I was very upset and I was throwing a tantrum. Hours after, a phone call came to my rescue. In this phone call, I had a very funny and a cheerful conversation. And almost immediately, I was in a very cheery disposition. So you see, in this example, the misbehavior is caused because of a negative emotion. And as soon as my emotions were turned to positive, the misbehavior vanished on its own. So what if we apply the same phenomenon to the misbehavior that our children manifest? Any of you who have been in a situation of a misbehavior will agree with me when I say that underneath that misbehavior, there is either a negative emotion or a physical condition like tiredness, hunger, or maybe the child is sleepy. This negative emotion or the physical condition manifests itself in the form of a misbehavior. If at this point we can stop to identify the feeling that is there underneath the misbehavior, and if we can find the antidote for that feeling, then the misbehavior can be gone. For example, if a child is being very disrespectful, instead of constantly focusing on this misbehavior of disrespect, if you can be a little bit observant and see if the child displays respect in any other parts of his day, and if we can start focusing and sending our positive energy towards that antidote, then the misbehavior will start diminishing and soon be gone. I've heard a saying which says, where energy flows, things grow. So this is what's happening here. When we are focusing and sending our energy to this positive emotion, the misbehavior has no place in a child who's feeling good about himself. By focusing on the positive emotion, we are amplifying its effects, and the negative emotion which is causing the misbehavior withers off immediately. In order to handle a misbehavior, if we can first of all stop and identify the feeling that is underneath this misbehavior, it could be anger, it could be fear. I have noticed for myself as an adult that a lot of my misbehavior stems from an underlying feeling of fear. So it could be the same for the child. So first of all, stopping and identifying what is this emotion. Once you have identified the emotion that is there underneath this misbehavior, then you're going to have to find the antidote for it in the child's life. This is the point where we have to be very vigilant and aware, because our mind is somehow trained to look at the negative aspects of our child so well that the positive aspects sometimes just get lost in the day. So if you can be more observant and try to find that the child is being respectful, even by say the child has picked up a book that is there on the floor and he's putting it carefully on the table, and that is respect for the book. So bringing it to a child's attention that look how respectful you are, that was a very respectful act to take the book and put it on the table. So very small things, if you can be aware and point it out when it happens, then you are sending energy towards the positive emotion. After you find the antidote, the next step is to focus on that antidote and give it some energy. When you say you are grumpy always, here you are focusing on the negative energy. You could say, "It is so nice to see you smiling." Here, you're focusing on the positive energy. So, the key here to be very open ourselves and also to be aware of what's happening in the child's life. You have to remember that this misbehavior is definitely stemming from something that is happening within the child. So it's important for us to identify what is it. The moment you identify this and then you start working on the positive antidote for it, you will see that there is a major energy shift and there is a massive change in the child's behavior. The biggest takeaway for you by following this process is that you are going to be a lot calmer even when your child is misbehaving. Usually what happens is we take on the emotions and the energy of the child, we get agitated and we start screaming and shouting, and they already have a negative energy, and so there is no place for the other energy to come and solve this process. Instead, if we use the acronym IFF, that is IFF, what it stands for is, the I stands for identify the negative emotion, the F stands for find the antidote, and the other F stands for focus on the antidote. I'm going to leave you with this acronym IFF lingering in your thoughts. Try using it the next time your child manifests misbehavior and see how it works for you. So thank you for listening, and this is the time to press the subscribe button if you haven't done so, and this is also the time to visit our website www.formativeage.in to find out all about the courses we offer. Thank you and bye-bye.